strike gave Newcastle the lead.
Yeah, you can see that Alexander-Arnold is saying, well, go on the outside. And that little kind of flick inside just opened up the opportunity. I just wonder, even was he expecting it to be that good? That flush?
Salah invited forwards, an excellent pass from Oxlade-Chamberlain. Mane, the only Liverpool player inside the penalty area, as he looked up ready to deliver. A more measured build-up follows as a result. Here's Van Dijk, now Robertson. Three targets for Alexander-Arnold, who's a crucial defensive header from Lascelles. Back in from Mane, Origi can't replicate his finish on Tyneside in May.
Well, it's taken over 20 minutes to see this from Alexander-Arnold. And it's just a smidgen away from Origi, thanks to Lascelles. And when it did come back in, he just doesn't get enough on. Yeah, but it doesn't come off a Newcastle player, and he just doesn't get it right, just doesn't get enough behind it.
Wijnaldum. A little bit heavy to get into a shooting position. Origi keeps it alive. Wijnaldum. Robertson. Fabinho. Tees for Alexander-Arnold. More great defending. Alexander-Arnold so frustrated that Dummett was able to get back for Newcastle in the nick of time.
Yeah, the man of the match from Tottenham, Paul Dummett. And again, this is just very good defending, because he knows Willems has been caught. And again, this is just very good defending, because he knows Willems has been caught out, and he has to get something in the way. And that something, I think, was rather delicate, but he's recovering.
Second Liverpool corner. Back to get there ahead of Fabinho. Beautiful switch of play for Salah, working the angle, only getting another corner.
Well, at least he was able to pull the trigger, even if it was with the right foot then, because his earlier chance when he came on his left, Newcastle didn't even afford him the chance to draw his leg back.
Centre-halves lurking with intent again.
Oh, it's got to be a penalty. That's got to be a penalty, surely.
Well, the VAR, Mike Dean, will be looking at it. It was Joel Matip who was pulled down off the... being inspected as we speak. Here's Sadio Mane.
Well, Lascelles is thinking now he's gotten away with it.
Yeah. Well, the check is complete, no penalty.
Well, it looked like the arm around the neck, and that's why Klopp has gone to the fourth official. There's come in. He's pulled him back. He's got hold of his right arm too, and then the left's come round, and he's had a little tug, and it's a penalty for me.
One thing that is consistently talked about is the high bar. It has to be a clear and obvious error for the decision to be overturned of the on-field referee, Andre Mariner, deciding it wasn't a penalty. I'm sure that was an incident that...
It's going well for Lascelles, isn't it, at the moment? Harry Kane. Joe Matip.
Van Dijk, Kraft didn't know whether to stick or twist. It's Mane! In the doldrums last week, but did like this. Liverpool back on level terms. Liverpool back on level terms. Newcastle's lead lasted 20 minutes, but we're all square again.
Well, his Burnley irritation has been banished, and I've spoken about it before. Mane gets an opportunity and his finishing is world class, and I think we've seen another. And for once, Newcastle just can't close ranks quickly enough to get to the Senegalese, and that is another outstanding finish.
The day in which both clubs have scored with their first attempt on target. Liverpool hungry for more. Win an immediate corner.
Well, the surprise in that, what you've just said, is that it's taken Liverpool, what, 28 minutes? Or the 28th minute before they could manage something on target.
And credit to Newcastle for that.
Before they could manage something on target.
And credit to Newcastle
and
for that.
Absolutely. Testament to Newcastle.
Well, overlooked it in many quarters when they won at Tottenham. Spurs only had 2 shots on target in the entire game. Van Dijk making the near post run, the ball didn't get there. Alexander-Arnold, Matip.
Should be a corner.
Goal kick given.
It just came off Dummett, but difficult for the officials to spot. But we were chatting earlier on, Jim, talking about how adaptable Liverpool have become, you know, amongst the huge improvement under Jurgen Klopp, and the way that they can get into a situation where, you know, that the slickness doesn't have to apply, that they find a way to grind victories. And that's the task they were faced with as soon as Willems hit that beauty.
Through 4-1 Alden. Origi forward again, will take up station right in front of the goalkeeper. Van Dijk and Matip will make their run. Matip will make their runs from deeper. In with real pace. Crucial for Newcastle that Willems was first to the second ball. In again from Robertson. Again from Robertson. Defensive header from Lascelles, and now Shelvey will try and take Newcastle upfield on the counter-attack. Salah had different ideas. Liverpool still completely dominant in terms of possession, but that figure is largely what Newcastle would have expected. It won't faze them one iota.
It just gives you an idea of the depth Newcastle are defending at, Jim, considering the positions now of Van Dijk, who's a bit embarrassed by that, and Matip, in the way they're able to just step right into the opposition half.
Oxlade-Chamberlain, but he knew he'd overrun it ultimately. Shelby gets it back for Newcastle. Willems.
I think Newcastle would suit themselves better if they got their heads up and looked for something Joelinton, you know, with Almiron around them and Atsu at times. Trying to play in midfield like that, then they're really asking an awful lot to avoid Liverpool's pressing.
Alexander-Arnold. So far, so good.
Yeah, he'd like Joelinton to be a little more involved, but we saw that with Rondon too.
Just to give you an idea of Joelinton's involvement prior to this, he'd only had 13 touches of the ball in the game. He hasn't had one inside Liverpool's penalty. In here, and Mane's almost in. He is it. It's 2-1. Mane on the double, and Liverpool have turned it around. An afternoon that started with Newcastle elation, now swathed in frustration before half-time. Sadio Mane back amongst the goals.
Yeah, well, again, it's that just brilliant closing down. Very good, but I think you have to point the finger at Dubravka here, because he looks as if he's favoured to get there, and for some reason he just pulled out. He didn't get hold of the ball, and it gave it a chance to deflect back off Mane, who can just tap it in from there. But yeah, Atsu in midfield, and Dubravka, I think, should be getting hold of that. Deals with it poorly, and Burnley is just a distant memory now for Sadio Mane. Just keep your eyes on Salado. I mean, he might end up throwing a wobbler.
Good play by Robertson. Kraft doing everything he can by Firmino.
He must enjoy getting back in the red shirt, Andy Robertson, nonetheless. Internationally, it's not going great for the Scottish. They
started both of their defeats to Russia and Belgium over the last week. He also, in the build-up to the game, today paid a big tribute to Steve Bruce, saying that he wouldn't be the player he was if it hadn't. Jordan Henderson's also spoken in similar glowing terms about the impact that the current Newcastle boss had on his career. That was when he was at Sunderland, of course. He's the man that's had an impact today. For Robertson, now Wijnaldum. Again, last time the Newcastle beat Liverpool, Wijnaldum was on the score sheet for the Magpies. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Drifting out to the right flank. Turn from Almiron.
Yeah, but I think Steve Bruce even commented on it during the week, didn't he? He has to get to the stage now of registering a goal and then taking it on from there, Almiron.
Another statistic that tells its own story. Liverpool with 3.5 times as many passes as Newcastle so far, and much more accuracy about the ones that they have perpetrated.
Well, if there was going to be one predictability about today, it was going to be that.
Flag up here against Almiron. Fourth time that Newcastle have been flagged offside. Talk about his need for a goal. He scored his first international goal for Paraguay against Jordan on Wednesday, which might be something to grasp hold of. 14.5 games into his Newcastle career, he's still waiting for his first goal or first.
Newcastle set up away from home, certainly against the bigger clubs, then because they're so deep, then it's asking a lot for him to make up the ground at times and contribute. He's giving it away now.
The first important header away from Lascelles. Wijnaldum. He comes into this match on the back of goal-scoring heroics in the internationals. He scored in both of the games for the Dutch. 3 minutes of added time. Van Dijk. Williams effecting the block. No power in the shot from Wijnaldum, to his frustration.
Yeah. I mean, when you're trying to put the laces through, he's got a problem, but he didn't manage that.
Free kick.
Yeah, Hayden and Mane's hurt too. Just trying to pinch it and just seem to catch Hayden on the heel.
This is Newcastle's first set piece of the game, and he was good enough.
I think Liverpool have done well, because the danger against teams that set up this deep, particularly, you know, on the back of internationals, is that you can let your tempo drop. But I think they've kept the energy and the purpose in their play, and they've persisted, and even the penalty decision that didn't go their way, it didn't bother them. You know, they carried on, so it's been quite impressive.
Robertson, now Mane. Liverpool looking for a little bit of insurance before half-time. time. And we're on leading the counter-attack. Red shirts buzzing around him. All of a sudden the space that he hoped for had gone.
Yeah, I think he knew he needed to try and release it somewhere on the line, but just couldn't, and he ended up in swamped by Red. When he does set off like that, he's like the air being let out of a balloon, isn't he?
Hugely entertaining first 45 minutes. Liverpool unbeaten here at Anfield in a league game since April 2017. It was a record that looked in jeopardy when Jetro Willems' remarkable early goal gave them the advantage. They led to Liverpool goals, both scored by Sadio Mane with aplomb. At half-time it is the Reds who lead 2-1 to Liverpool at the break.
First big VAR decision of the weekend. I was just about to ask. First big VAR decision of the weekend. I was just about to ask Andy, but I think it's one of those we will leave hanging. Did they get it correct or otherwise? It doesn't matter so much now, of course, because Liverpool have recovered from having trailed 1-0 when that happened to a position whereby they now lead at half-time by 2-1. But we've heard from the PGMOL and have an explanation as to why Liverpool didn't have a penalty, and we will share that with you in just a moment. Not so bad now, as I said. They lead half-time, 2-1.
Italian Serie A. Today, live and exclusive on beIN Sports. Exclusive on beIN Sports. Monday, live and exclusive on beIN Sports HD4.
I was realizing that I lived like somebody in a coma for 35 years.
Arsene Wenger, on the record.
Personally, I find it absolutely horrendous. You have to fight against it. There are similarities with Messi, but Salah is a bit obsessed now by finishing himself. I still cannot live today with the fact that I will never be on a bench again.
Monday.
Latest episodes from The Late Late Show on beIN On Demand. Enjoy a world of entertainment.
For more information, go to bein.net/on-demand. The 2019 Rugby World Cup. The best teams on the planet battle it out in Japan. Heroes and history will be made in the quest for rugby union's greatest prize. The quest for rugby union's greatest prize begins September 20th. Friday. Live and exclusive only on beIN Sports 13. Live and exclusive only on beIN Sports 13. Sunday, live and exclusive only on beIN Sports. Live and exclusive only on beIN Sports 13.
The 2019 Rugby World Cup. We will share it with you here on beIN Sports. Every game live. That's how we start. And I've said it many times down the years, anything by way of a conversation with Arsene Wenger can be fascinating. This is fascinating. This is Arsene Wenger on the record, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of this week. He has some fascinating things to say, and that is a must-see. You've probably seen some of it already reported in the press. Just something for you to think about here as well. If I was to take one of Liverpool's front three away, which one
would you give away?
Could it be without damaging perhaps the other two adversely? Which of the three would they forego?
Right now, because certainly they're different, all three of them. It would be a matter of opinion purely. But I think what would be an agreement, if you asked the majority of Liverpool fans, if you asked them which one wouldn't you give away right now, that's what I think. Liverpool fans might say I'm wrong, but I think Mane's form at the end of certainly last season, towards the end of it, and at the beginning of this season has been faultless.
So more important to Liverpool.
Faultless.
So more important to Liverpool than both Firmino and Salah.
Right now, absolutely, absolutely, and we've seen it again today.
Newcastle, of course, in front. What a strike this was from Willems. Had us all out of our seats and taken by. This was from Willems. Had us all out of our seats and taken by surprise.
It was an incredible strike. I mean, they just get caught, Liverpool. I think Joel Matip goes a little bit underneath the original long ball. He gets dragged a little bit forward, gets himself ahead of. You see that, and the ball's just dropped in behind him, so he can't make an aerial challenge. But from then, I mean, it's just a stunning strike. A little bit of trickery there. But the one thing I didn't expect is the ferocity and the accuracy of what's coming up now. Had that in his locker.
Clean. Ball didn't move, did it?
Absolutely clean. And sometimes you're on your weaker side. The best thing to do is to put your foot through it. And he did just that. A couple of things in the goals. I mean, Emil Kraft there with that attempt at a tackle on Andrew Robertson. It was not a ball. Now that's far too easy. From there, he's in such good form. You don't need to give him much time. He just sorts his feet out very quickly. But that there, he should not let Robertson past him as easily as he did. But then once this happens, he's playing so well, it only takes 2 touches to get him one to finish. Brilliant.
More important than Mo Salah.
Right now, yes. For me, yes. Here, Christian Atsu, what are you doing? Pop it off, play it, get rid of it. You've got plenty of players around you, but don't do that. Liverpool hounded him. To compound it, it's bad enough when you make one mistake, but when your goalkeeper makes an error as well, then that's a double whammy. And do you know the thing about Firmino coming on? I don't think Origi plays that pass. I think he's the best player they've got, the front three, to play that kind of delicate pass.
So he's down than the other two?
No, I never said that. I said Mane was the most. But I think for me, Firmino is so different from the other two. And that the other two are pace, power, right to run forward, that pace with the ball, expose people. Firmino likes to drop off it.
Could the other two...
You're trying to edge me towards...
No, I'm not. I think it's fascinating. I think what you conclude is that right now they're as good as or better than anything that there is.
They must... I don't know if... I can't believe I'm saying this, but I have to. I find it difficult, again, off the top of my head, to find a front three. A front three that are as good as him.
The penalty, PGMOL representative working for a broadcaster elsewhere has said that he felt this was not a clear and obvious error. This was not a clear and obvious error, Andy, and it was subjective, the referee's view of this. Now, see, I happen to think if Andre Marriner is asked to go and look at a monitor, he gives this...
Well, if that, Richard, is neither clear, which it is, or obvious, which it is, then whoever's sitting in a PGMOL office, right, should lose his job.
I'll find out for you.
He should lose his job, because that is so clear.
But it's the best example, so Andy, I can give of a referee, matchday official, in my view, should have been invited to go and have a look at the
Yes, he
monitor
should.
and make his mind up. I guarantee you that's given in the Champions League, and I guarantee you that the matchday official is asked to go and look at the monitor and check his decision in the Champions League.
Tuesday or Wednesday next week, you're right. The referee will go. If he doesn't make a decision, he'll just go to a monitor, because that's what they do in the Champions League. He'll go to the monitor, and I think 99 times out of 100 he would change his mind. Wrong decision. So once again, Mike Riley, and the first big decision back at the weekend when he said it was all going to change, no, it hasn't.
Well,
Wrong decision. So once again, Mike Riley, and the first big decision back at the weekend when he said it was all going to change, no, it hasn't.
well, also not changing is the fact that Liverpool are in front after a really good start from Newcastle. If they want something from this, then they're going to have to come and be a little bit.
The Bundesliga. The Bundesliga. Today, live and exclusive on beIN Sports. Tomorrow, live and exclusive on beIN Sports 5.
The fifth Ashes Test. England versus Australia. Day 4. Sports 30.
The NFL. The NFL. Tomorrow, live and exclusive on beIN Sports 13 HD. On beIN Sports.
UEFA Champions League Group Stage. Wednesday, live and exclusive on beIN Sports.
Now 3-1 up against Levante.
Where's the crowd gone?
I think they think the game's won, and
Where's the crowd gone? Where have they gone? They're at home.
Still to come this afternoon. Our second of 3 live here on HD11. Manchester United against Leicester. Brendan Rodgers will be relishing that. Real chance to make a statement to him and Leicester. The other 3 live, excuse me, in their entirety, channel at Old Trafford. Incidentally, back to the Bernabeu. That corner we were just watching.
Yeah, 3-1 up they were. Oh, now they're 3-2 up. Oh.
At Old Trafford. Incidentally, back to the Bernabeu. That corner we were just watching.
Yeah, 3-1 up they were. Oh, Now the 3-2 up.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I've just looked at the crowd. 60,000 in the Bernabeu today. That's all.
That's not good.
That's not good.
That is a sign that
and that's
he is
not
under
good.
increasing
Time. You should be winning 5 or 6 now. You're hanging on. That's not Real Madrid.
I'll change that prediction.
It's not what Madrid fans want to see.
I'll change that prediction I made at the start of the show.
Yes.
Christmas. Mourinho will be back in charge there.
Wow. It's not been the...
Yeah, Liverpool lead 2-1. You can see Newcastle turned them round earlier. It's 3 join Jim Beglin and Jim Proudfoot.
This stage of the game, they won't be trying to take the game to Liverpool too frequently. Just lead themselves into a position that they can try and salvage a positive result late in the game.
Yeah, I mean, I suggested in the first half that they might help themselves by just trying to bypass the Liverpool midfield and go a little longer, and then try and get the support up and around Joel Linton.
A couple of centre-halves on show today who had that wonderful range of... centre-halves on show today who had that wonderful range of passing. Virgil van Dijk, Fabian Schär we've seen also be able to execute long balls of real quality.
Against Newcastle as well. Sorry, he scored for Newcastle against Watford, didn't he, Schär, which was another controversial moment.
Yep.
In terms of VAR. And I watched him play for Switzerland against Ireland last week, and
Emil Krafth making his way forward. It was Andy Robertson that was there to block. Newcastle have their first corner of the game. Might have hoped for more there.
See, I think he's got the right idea. That's what I'm talking about with Shelvey. Just go a little longer and just make the run. That's what I'm talking about with Shelvey. Just go a little longer and just make the runs, and that worked really well. And in the end, Joe Linton's got time to await the runner, which was Krafth.
Stretching every sinew to get there ahead of Lascelles. Counter-attack cut off in its infancy as Mane made his way forward. Dummett. He's only got a couple of Premier League goals in his career, but one of them did come in this fixture back in 2013. He's been sent off here at Anfield as well in the past, Paul Dummett, but he's having a very solid afternoon. Start of the season for him.
The ball didn't arrive for him. The ball didn't arrive for him.
Well, 7 games into the season for Liverpool now in all competitions. Just the 1 clean sheet, Jim. How much of a concern do you think that will be for Jurgen Klopp?
Habit of being sloppy, then obviously something would need to be addressed, but you know, I don't see any major flaws.
Poise from Mane. Poise from Mane. Robertson. It's Wijnaldum! Inches away from another spectacular goal.
Oh, I just love the skill. And and the quick thinking here, because this comes into him very quickly and the control is majestic, and then to have the imagination to be able to try and hit that on the full while it's in the air and so the net, it would.
Goals in his time at Newcastle, where he played in a more advanced role than he's had at Liverpool. It's just a couple ahead of many games for the Reds. He's scored since he got 2 in 2 minutes against Barcelona. Almiron running out of room. room.
Yeah, Newcastle are not even going to bother to try and box Liverpool in. They're just happy to regroup, get in position and try and defend the next wave.
Defeat today will guarantee that their unbeaten record here in all competitions extends into a second year. Well, September's League Cup defeat to Chelsea was the last time they were beaten at Anfield. It's 23 games since then. And of course, 42 games and counting. Salah. It's back from Firmino. Wonderful little reverse ball. Oxlade-Chamberlain just couldn't get there in time. Williams won the battle of the two number 15s to put the decisive first touch to it.
نزل الآن لوكايوفيتش يأتي الآن وكريم بنزيما نعم من قدم أو ربما يكون نجم هذه المباراة يغادر أرضية الملعب. يغادر أرضية الملعب. إذن الصربي يأتي لوكا آخر 7 دقائق. نعم يأتي لوكايوفيتش ويغادر. ناقصها مندي وبعد التحديث بعد الأبديت بعد صيف 2019 تشكيلة الريال بعد صيف 2019. كرة في الجهة اليمنى عرضية لكنها بالراس تبعد ومن ثم إلى خارج أرضية الملعب. ركلة زاوية لمصلحة ريال مدريد. ريال مدريد ركلة زاوية التاسعة أعتقد لمصلحة الريال. لمصلحة الريال. كرة في الجهة اليمنى 3-2 شوط آخر مختلف. يعني تقدر تقول بأن الريال قدم وجهين في هذه المباراة. كرة تصل في الجهة اليمنى تعود عن طريق إيدن هازارد يحاول المرور. تصل بعد ذلك في الجهة اليمنى عن وجهين في هذه المباراة. كرة تصل في الجهة اليمنى تعود عن طريق إيدن هازارد يحاول المرور. تصل بعد ذلك في الجهة اليمنى عن طريق ميليتاو إلى خارج أرضية الملعب. رمية جانبية لمصلحة الريال. هذا اللي جايك من بورتو واللي جايك من زين الدين زيدان، لكن لا ما مشت الصفقة اللي كان يريدها. الأخبار أنه أيضا يفكرون الحديث عن طبعا صرف النظر عن بوجبا، البحث عن فرنسي آخر وهو كانتي. هذا يعني بعض الأمور التي ظهرت في الأيام القليلة الماضية. هنا لدينا خامس رودريغيز. تصل لرافائيل فاران في الجهة اليمنى أمامية. هازارد ينقلها في الجهة اليمنى. لا زالت لوكاس عرضية لمين؟ لخامس. استلام ممتاز لكنها إلى خارج أرضية الملعب، إلى خارج أرضية الملعب. كرة خامس رودريغيز. شوف الاستلام ممتاز، الوضعية سليمة، حط الكرة في الزاوية البعيدة لكنها ذهبت إلى خارج أرضية. هاي كامبيانو تحركاته، شوف تحركاته، ما في لا يمين لا يمين لا شمال، على الإطلاق لا شمال على الإطلاق. كرة تلعب، مارسيلو بامتياز يتدخل، تعود لمصلحة الريال. هذا مارسيلو يتقدم في الجهة اليسرى إلى فينيسيوس. مارسيلو في الجهة اليسرى عن طريق فينيسيوس، عادت لهازارد، عادت للرقم 7، عادت إلى مارسيلو يحولها في الجهة اليمنى. تقدم ناحية كارفاخال، لكن كرة تلعب أيضا من ناحية كارفاخال، لكن كرة تلعب أيضا من خامس، لكنها في أحضان حارسي المرمى إيتور فرنانديز. من يقتل الآخر؟ من يحبط الآخر؟ راح يفجر لنا جول، إما سعادة واريحية بنقاط 3، وإما يعني تعادل ونقطة أخرى تسير بالريال. كرة منقولة خطيرة، موراليس مع مارسيلو ولا زالت موجودة الكرة. مارسيلو بالإبعاد، برافو مارسيلو، برافو مارسيلو في الكرة التي شاهدناها من أمام موراليس. خميس يحاول، أبعدت من أمامه، عادت لمصلحة ليفانتي، تدخل لمصلحة ليفانتي، تدخل يأتي وإبعاد إلى خارج أرضية الملعب. شوف هذه